So I would say that one of my biggest hobbies right now has been watching YouTube. Um, I've tried to stop with the text-based social media. No X. I have Facebook for family. No Reddit. Uh, no blog. Um, the to me Reddit is just I've already made videos about Reddit, but I couldn't stand it. And Twitter also, it's too hard to just filter out. At least it used to be. It's too hard to filter out things on a mass scale. It's like you're just always constantly finding something that you don't want to read. I mean, constantly. It doesn't matter how much you mute, how much you block. There's always something constantly that you don't want to see. So I finally just got rid of it because it was just constant, something I didn't want to see. So I decided to switch over to video for my whatever it was my kicks, okay? And I won't talk about Twitch today. I'll just talk about YouTube. And I would say most of my time I spend surfing on YouTube is clicking the do not recommend channel. Maybe too much, but I really spend a lot of time curating my YouTube algorithm. Does it work? Well, here's what I do. Currently, the way YouTube seems to work is, if you watch, I kind of get it now that I talk about it, but I don't watch my subscriptions that much. I like my subscriptions, but the way I watch YouTube nowadays is with a wide net, right? You can have real. I watch it from a wide net. What I mean by that is I'm always just looking for something new. The way I watch YouTube is by process of elimination. So I'm constantly trying to filter out what I don't like by the do not recommend channel. I go to the home page, and if there's anything that I don't like about something on the home page, if I don't like the content, I know I'm not going to like it. If I don't like it on the home page, don't recommend channel, don't recommend channel, don't recommend channel, don't recommend channel, don't recommend channel. You go to the top, it says new to you. I go to new to you. Same thing. Don't recommend channel, don't recommend channel, don't recommend channel, don't recommend channel, don't recommend channel. And then you refresh the page and you do it all over again. You go back to the home page. Don't recommend channel, 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 don't recommend channel. Then you go to the new to you page. Don't recommend channel, don't recommend channel, don't recommend channel, don't recommend channel. And then the stuff that's actually there, I mean, I'll tell you what I've been binge watching in the midst of doing all this. The World Tour or the Grand Tour, Top Gear with Jeremy Clarkson, James May, Richard Hammond. Watched a lot of that. And then, of course, I had to watch Jeremy Clarkson on his farm. I find it fascinating. I love it. Doesn't know what in the world he's doing. And I just find that very entertaining. James May's an interesting man. I watched some of him. He's an interesting man. I don't hate him. Very interesting man. And, a lot of the clips of them, you should watch it if you haven't watched it. And the other channel that I've been binge watching is Jolly, the channel with two Brits trying different food, expensive food, cookout, McDonald's. I've been binge watching that. So the homepage, or I don't remember if it's the homepage or the new to you page, but one of them, when you go to watch, at least for me, you have a smattering of different stuff, and you just keep, whatever it is. If there's something I can't stand, don't recommend channel, don't recommend channel, don't recommend channel. And then at the very bottom, there'll just be 2 straight rows of Jolly, because I watched a lot of Jolly. So from that standpoint, I can understand them being like, here you go, here's what you want to see. But the way I use YouTube is, even if I like something, I'm still looking for something new. I'm looking for breadth and width. And I'm not necessarily looking to, I know I said that I went down a rabbit hole with them. But when I use YouTube, what I try to do is I try to make it as wide of a net as possible with new stuff. I want somebody I've never seen before. I want somebody I've never seen before that I think I'm going to like. I'm not, I don't really watch it the way I used to. I know those people I'm going to like, and sometimes I want to see what they're up to. But I don't go into the depth of one person as much like I used to. I don't go down into the depths of one channel. I'm not obsessed with their lives. I'm not obsessed with one person's life like maybe I was in the past. It's more, I want a breadth, a variety of different people, different content. I want somebody new that is really engaging, and then I can watch them for a little bit. But the point is, I want somebody new that's really engaging. I love Gordon Ramsay, but I don't watch him much anymore because I know what he's about. That doesn't mean I hate him. I just know what he's about. So I want something new. I'm always looking for something new that I haven't seen before. So the way I watch YouTube now is just breadth. New. Even if it's similar to somebody else I've seen before, I just want new. And I don't even go to my subscriptions tab anymore. If I really like somebody, I subscribe to them. But I know what I'm going to get with the subscriptions. Does that make sense? I don't hate it. But for some reason now when I go on YouTube, I'm looking for breadth. I'm looking for new. And I can't tell you how much time I've spent. Don't recommend channel. Don't recommend channel. Don't recommend channel. Don't recommend channel. Refresh. Don't recommend channel. Don't recommend channel. Don't recommend channel. Refresh. New to you. Okay, let's open some tabs. Don't recommend channel. Don't recommend channel. Don't recommend channel. Don't recommend channel. Watch these videos. Close the tabs. Refresh the new to you page. Don't recommend channel. Don't recommend channel. Don't recommend channel. I really wish I'd done it years ago, but for some reason I didn't. I know I'm not. I can't be. That's the way they designed the website. I'm not the only one who uses it like this. I know I'm not. And that's the way it's designed, because it's really convenient. No, I don't want that type of content. But it's just kind of amazing to me that my usage of it has broadened out, because there was a time where I really did just watch the subscriptions. I mean, I've loved YouTube. I've always loved YouTube. I've loved it for a long time. And it used to just be, I got to see what Scene Anders is doing and his crew. I got to see what Sark's doing. I got to see what Funhouse is doing or Inside Gaming's doing. It used to be subscription-based. I could list so many names, Way Too Many Llamas, JonTron, Cinemassacre. I used to have to see what they were doing, and I would just, watch my subscriptions, and I would watch the same people over and over and over. And I loved it. I did that for a long time. It was one of my favorite things to do. It inspired me to make videos, for better or worse. But I don't watch it that way anymore. If someone I like comes up in the new to you, then I'll watch it, But I'm not as like JonTron, for instance. JonTron is an amazing video maker. I love his videos, and but I don't watch him I'm not like I have to see what he's doing. I have to see what he's doing. If he comes to my mind and I haven't watched him for a while, I gotta see what he's doing, and I might watch it, I might not. But if he comes up in the new to you or something like that, I'm probably gonna watch him. You see what I'm saying? So instead of using I'm using a broad scope here, and it's really interesting because there's just a lot of stuff I can't stand. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't necessarily. It's only problematic because it seems like there's a lot of effort to get to something I like. And I don't understand that. Am I niche? What is it about my personality that just makes me not like a lot of stuff? Well, isn't there, what's the opposite of agreeableness? I don't know what it is. What is it about I'm serious, because the way I use YouTube is just don't recommend channel. It's almost like I won't say I get more satisfaction in it, but I can't function without it. It's like when you don't recommend channels so often, when you finally find something you like, it's like you really like it because you've worked really hard. You've worked really hard to find it. So in a sense, you're really forcing the cream to rise to the top, because you're constantly saying no, and then one thing pops up and you give it a chance, and then no, and then maybe you find okay, there's a lot of stuff I like here. No. Now I found a gem. I don't know what it is about my personality that does that. I have no interest in just giving things a chance that I know I'm not going to like. I'm not going to I don't want to get philosophical about it. I don't know what it is about my personality that is constantly like, I mean, you can call it judging, but it's just not interested, and then finally there'll be something that I'm like, okay, that's pretty good. Like Jolly, I like Jolly. I watch a lot of them. Okay, that's good. And then other stuff, not interested. And then maybe there'll be something else. I don't understand what it is about my personality that is, I guess you call it critical, or I'm just not interested. I don't know what it is about why it's so hard to find something that interests me or that entertains me. I don't understand it about my personality. But I literally can't use YouTube without copious, almost egregious amounts of don't recommend channel. The amount of times that I click don't recommend channel, I would describe it as egregious. So for me, honestly, the don't recommend channel part, in a sense, is almost as entertaining as actually watching a video, because the prospect of finding something really good, it's kind of annoying sometimes when, I'll give you an example. I don't want to watch Family Guy clips. I don't care. And it doesn't matter how many times I click don't recommend channel, because I've done it on everyone I see. It doesn't matter how many times I do it, there'll be another one that pops up. And that's the annoying part. It's like, can't you read my mind out? Maybe Neuralink and Elon could help over this. Oh boy. But don't you understand that I don't want to watch Family Guy clips? So how many times am I going to have to click don't recommend channel on these channels that are uploading that type of stuff? Maybe it's finally learned, but it seemed like it took a long time for it to learn that I'm not interested in that stuff. And that's the annoying part. It's almost like, I'll just use Family Guy. If I'm clicking don't recommend channel on a channel that's posting Family Guy clips. YouTube should know that I don't want to watch Family Guy. Okay? It's taken a long time for them to realize I don't want to watch it. Okay? I don't want to watch it. But if there's... And I'm expecting YouTube to be a mind reader, essentially. If there's another reason why I'm not interested, then it's almost like it gets more nuanced. The don't recommend channel starts to get nuanced, right? Different reasons why. And I guess I'm almost seeing if the algorithm can actually, if it actually will work, if it'll actually do what it's intended to do. Because I spend so much time, don't recommend channel on Family Guy, still get it, okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention House. I binge watched some House clips. House clips, Jolly, and Top Gear. That's what I've been binge watching. But I had to hide House. I don't want to watch House anymore. Sorry, that was a tangent. But I'm almost testing the algorithm to see if it's actually going to listen to me. If it's actually going to be like, okay, he is so sick of Family Guy, we're never ever going to show it to him again at all in any form. I would be okay with that. But the more nuanced the reasons that I have for not wanting to watch a channel, right? I'm curious because with Family Guy, I just brute force it, and I hope the algorithm will respond. The fact that my bottom of the barrel, I'm not interested, is so hard for the YouTube algorithm to accept. I really don't think it understands my nuances of what I'm not interested in. But I hold out hope that as I continue, like there's a whole tier of things I'm not interested in. You got brute force, immediate, and then you got more nuanced reasons why I'm not interested. There's more nuanced reasons of why I'm not interested. So I'm really curious. I hope I'm not wasting my time. I'm really hopeful and curious that the algorithm will just continue. Now the problem is in the past. Well, I won't bring up the past. What YouTube algorithm? I'm not going to mention that. But my hope for the YouTube algorithm as a viewer is that it actually listens to me and actually learns what I want, and I think that's what they want too. I guess. I guess that's what they say. I'll take their word for it. I guess that's what they want. Until I don't want to talk politics. Politics is an immediate division. We don't care what you think. I don't know how much YouTube's doing that anymore. I know they did in the past. Twitter was the same way. I don't want to get into that side of it. I don't want to get into that side of it. But I'm curious if they're not like that anymore, which, okay, I don't really necessarily think they are completely because I found some good stuff I like. But I wonder if the algorithm is actually going to work. How long is it supposed to take? Is the problem me or the algorithm? Is what I'm saying here. Okay, because me, I'm very, you could call it critical. I'm not interested in stuff. No. And you could say the problem's you'd be more open-minded. We've already opened that can of worms. We know what that's like. Okay. So, that being said, instead of brute forcing open-mindedness, how about a little nuance? Do I have to have this shoved down my throat constantly and see it constantly? Do I have to? It's like Jack Dorsey or something. We're gonna force you to watch this. Force, flash, 1984 propaganda style. It's like, come on, man. How about, we're not in a television era. The television era was the first era of choice. Satellite television. If you like sports, there's this. If you like this, there's this. And yeah, we got commercials, and yeah, you don't get to pick your own programming. But at least we've got Animal Planet. We've got Home and Garden. We've got ESPN. We've got Sci-Fi. There were choices. Okay, and YouTube is like on steroids with that type of, with that ability to pick and choose. There's so much nuance. It's like, instead of having ESPN with like one anchor you like, you can find sports people that you like a lot more, and and cut out all the ones you don't like. No, no, not interested, not interested. And then you like him. No, 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 yes. No, 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 yes. YouTube really allow for that better than television. So I really want YouTube to be more receptive, and I'm not necessarily making a statement of how they are or are not, but I want them to be receptive to what I want to watch. And it's, I don't always know until it's there, but I'm really trying to get the algorithm to listen to me. And I don't know how it's going. I found, I don't know how it's going. I guess the jury is still out. Maybe there needs to be a part 2 later about my continued thoughts about the YouTube algorithm. Because right now, like I say, I'm trying to find new content and just completely get the content I can't stand out of my face as much as possible. And I'm going to assume the algorithm, I don't want to, I know there's been nefariousness in the algorithm before. I'm not going to assume that right now. If it is, it is. If there's not, there's not. I don't know. I'm going to assume that they're going to listen to me. I'm going to assume that they're going to listen to me when I say I'm not interested, not interested, not interested. I'm going to assume that they're going to act in good faith. I know it's a terrible idea with YouTube and Google. I get it. But I'm going to assume that this little button here, this do not recommend channel button, is going to continue to get things that I don't want out of my face. Out of my face. Until something nice arises. And then we're just going to keep doing this. Get it out, nice. Get it out, nice. And it's really... I'm going to get over the fact... I'm not going to complain about how annoying it is or to have to do this. I'm just going to hope that it works. The do not recommend channel, do not recommend channel, do not recommend channel. I'm going to just hope that it works. That it's just going to continue to mold the video algorithm to my tastes, where literally every video I see, I'm like, amazing, 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 amazing. Like that's my goal. There's so much content that I can't watch it all. Because right now it's the exact opposite. It's hard for me to find content I like. It's ridiculously hard, and it's my fault. I'm not gonna change. Change has to be organic. It can't be forced. If I change over time, that's great. I have changed over time. I don't watch stuff I used to. But good grief, the YouTube algorithm needs to I'm just gonna keep trying to train it until hopefully it works. How much time am I gonna sink into this? Into don't recommend channel, don't recommend channel, don't recommend channel. And don't get me started on premium content. Buy premium content. Buy premium content. Come on, man. No. Premium, you know what premium content is? Premium content is the television model. Don't get me started on premium content. Don't get me started on premium content. The donation model is superior to the paywall model. Okay? Don't get me started on the paywalls. Paywalls are garbage. I hate paywalls. The donation model is superior. Put your work out there. If people like it, they donate. To me, that is the purest form of art, the donation model. If you're interested, here's a Patreon, here's a PayPal, donate money, no paywalls. Don't get me started on paywalls. YouTube, TV, don't even get me started on that. Don't get me started on that. But my hope is that the algorithm will actually work and learn my preferences to such a degree that I'm literally entertained by every video on the homepage, every video on the new to you, where I'm never just going to be outraged at something I see. I'm never going to be disgusted by something I see. I'm never going to be annoyed by something I see. I'm expecting a lot from Google and a lot from the YouTube algorithm. But that's the way I continue to use YouTube. That's the way I continue to use YouTube. Open up the breadth so I can find new people. Do not recommend on all the crap I don't like, in the hopes that there's finally going to be a day, and this is never going to happen. But in the hopes that there's finally going to be a day when I open up the homepage, and I don't have to go to my subscriptions. I get it. But where I get it, you could go to your descriptions. But I want variety. I want breadth. I know if I go to my subscriptions, I'm probably going to like what's in there. That's why I subscribed. But the point is, I don't want depth. Depth is like, to me, depth is almost obsession with one person. To me, depth when it comes to entertainment is one person. Here's their life, and you just drill down and you drill down and you drill down on one person, right? That to me is depth, which I used to do. There's nothing wrong with that if you're really interested in a person. I've done that tons of times with people. But at the moment, I'm not interested in drilling down into a person's life and their every detail and that. I want more diversity and variety in the people that I see. So the subscription on YouTube is the depth. You drill down and you're really interested and you do all this. I got to see his new upload. I got to see what John Tron's doing, blah, 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 blah. But breadth is the hard part of YouTube. That's the hard part. Constant do not recommend channel. And I'm going to keep doing it to see what happens until I just get so freaking disgusted with it that it's not working. I don't know what I'm going to do. If it doesn't work, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to be real. If the do not recommend channel doesn't work, what's my timeline? How long am I going to wait for the YouTube algorithm to satisfy me? How much time am I going to give it? How many do not recommends is it going to take before I just lose my mind? Is it finally going to get to the point where I'm satisfied? Is it possible for me to be satisfied with the YouTube algorithm after constantly tailoring it with do not recommend channel? And if so, how long will it take? Stay tuned. Find out. Watch one man lose his sanity on YouTube as he attempts to curate his YouTube algorithm with constant do not recommend channel.